Okay. All right. You there, Greg?
I sure am. How are you doing?
Excellent. Doing good.
Just so you know, this is still, I don't know if this is the same for you, but when I download these files, this is an example of one of the file names.
Yeah.
They used to have like, descriptive names. I don't know what changed.
I don't know either. I got to figure that out. I just haven't had time yet to do that, but it's on my list. All right. Let's see if anybody else shows up. If not, then they just, oh, there's Robert. Okay. Roberto.
Hey, Robert.
Hey, Greg.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good.
Good.
Pretty good.
All right. So today we're going to do African percussion. So let me show you the loops that I gave you. And share screen. All right. So we got this. To be honest, I don't really know if that's African. It could be something else. It just felt African to me. I don't know why. Okay. And then we got this weird airy pad.
Mr. Brock, how do you put this together? What?
So the goal is
related.
Try to come up with something for this and see what happens. And I have no idea. You can make any genre out of this, anything you want, but
wow,
really try to dial in something that sounds good together. You've got a client in the room and they're demanding that you give them something that fits.
I see you thinking, Greg.
I know, I can see him thinking too.
It's rare, but it happens.
So you guys ready?
Yeah.
All right, get at it. Let's see what you got.
All righty.
Top of the hour. Okay, so I am going for anybody watching. I'm going to do this in Ableton Live, and I've got to pull that session up. And once I've done that, I'm going to share this, and we're going to do this so that you guys can hear it. All right, so I need to first of all come up with a BPM that this works in. The drums are 112, so maybe I'll stick with that. I'm going to pull this down to 75. That sounds a little bit like can probably tighten that up a little bit. Let me pull this in. Maybe pull this in just a little bit here. Okay, that's good enough. So now we're kind of in the same BPM ballpark. I think I do want to slow the whole thing down a little bit. So let's do. I like that. And let's turn these down. Man, this is so subtle that it makes it. All right, let's see if we can start with that. I want to do something sort of electronic. And I'm thinking first and foremost to get a drum groove in here. So let's start with, that sounds good to me. Let's do that one. And let's start with. So maybe. out those African drums just a little bit. Let's go for what's going on with my internet? It's really pissing me off. Let's try. Quantize. thinking about. So I think I need a different bass here. I want something just sort of just kind of pure and dark, just sub. Soft and warm, maybe. I think I want a piano. I think I want piano. Let's see, vendor, postcard piano. That's what. Is it loading? I can't ever tell. There it goes. I hate how slow that is. Something got messed up. Let's try, is it just regular contact? This is the contact player, Teletone audio. You can't play that in that. Let's do regular contact 5. So confusing. Oh, that is Teletone audio. Turn all of these down a little bit. All right, I need to get the swell in here. Symbol. Still don't know how to spell. Probably work. I think it's loading. Jeez. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Is it loading? I can't tell. Jesus. It's got to be loading because nothing's happening. There it goes. I gotta go. I gotta save it. I gotta render it. All right. Today I'm gonna do a full fucking body workout. Yeah, you heard me. All right, so I'm gonna stop sharing this and we're gonna go into here. And Angels on the Sahara. Sahara. How do you spell Sahara? Sahara? Yeah, that's right. All right. Where are my peeps at? Okay, let's see if this works. Kitty cat. Come on in. All right. Come here, kitty kitty. Come here. Good girl. Good girl. Oh, yes. Okay. Look at all that hair. What's all that hair for? Uh, all right. How are we doing? Can't wait to hear your stuff. That was fun.
It was. I got kind of one of those where I got a little bit too deep into one idea and didn't develop any additional ones. We'll see.
No problem. You guys ready? All right, I'll let you outside.
I'm still uploading mine.
Okay.
Yeah, same.
For every second it's late, you get an extra point off of your bonus. You think I'm joking?
All right, there we go. There we go. There we go. Okay. See, did it go up? Yeah, it did. Okay. Say, Brock, I was talking to someone, actually texting. I'm not going to say who it is. And they say, yeah, I know Brian. I mean, Zion Brock. He's pretty brutal. And I was like, Zion? I was like, are we speaking of the Zion Brock that's in sync? And it's like, yeah, I know. Yeah, I was in some kind of group that you had when you first started out or whatever. So he was really brutal. I mean, he'll tell you how it is. He doesn't hold nothing back and he just gives it to you. I'm like, I say, I'm on the hook. And he said, yeah, I went to that a few times. He says, he's calmed down a little bit. I'm like, in so many words, but not in those words. But that's basically what that person was saying. I was like, I don't know that's Zion.
Well, several things have happened. I can kind of understand that before. So do you know the Kathy Heller group?
Yeah. Yep. I was in that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I worked for her for a little while and we had to review people's songs and she really wanted me to be very cutthroat. And so I kind of got in that habit and sometimes that's needed. In fact, like Alex was here last week, and I think he sort of has that same mindset of just letting people know exactly what's wrong with things.
Gotcha.
There's a time and a place for that. I really do. I don't want this to be that at all.
Okay.
Unless somebody is like, hey, I really want you to really rip this apart. What could I have done better? Then we can talk about it. But I want this to be just pure fun. That's it. I want whoever to come into this group at whatever level to enjoy it. And that's my goal here. So, I mean, I don't like last week, you kind of slipped through the cracks. Alex was critiquing as if it was supposed to be, something that we're supposed to, which is fine. It sounded like you guys were really receptive to it. So I just kind of,
Yeah.
I think it's, when it's people who are, it depends on who's in the room, and last week it was all people who are totally comfortable with that. And that's one of the things I like about Triple Threat is that the feedback is always very frank and direct, nobody holds anything back, and that's extremely valuable. And then, this is more for fun. So,
yeah.
So my whole goal with this is very different from my Triple Threat artist group or anything I've done in the past. So it's just a totally different perspective. I think people are more motivated by encouragement than they are critiquing. I'm not saying that people don't need critiques. You got to have critiques, but you have to be open to it. If you're not open to it, if you're just sharing your stuff because you're kind of proud of it and you just want to share it and you're excited, the worst thing in the world is to hear somebody just rip it apart. It's just awful. It makes you go, I fucking quit, and I've been there. I know what that's like. And I know how hard this is. This is hard work. And I don't think people appreciate how hard this is. Now it gets easier and easier, as you guys know. But when you're first starting out, it's overwhelming software and hardware and integrating and lag and latency and your computer problems. And, there's 1,000 things that could go wrong. And it can be really, really challenging and intimidating. So I feel like this is a place to just, even though it's called On the Hook, I mean, we're kind of holding you to doing something. We're not holding you to being good. We're just holding you to get it done. And I think that's the difference in this. Oh,
cool.
Yeah, but interesting. I always hear people's feedback.
No, but that person liked, the brutalness, like what we're saying, but they just thought that, I don't know. I'm speculating if they thought that that's just how you are. I don't know. So
might have been. I hate that they felt that way while they were in this group. This is supposed to be just fun, and I need to make sure that I'm not really giving off any airs of, you can do better or anything like that. Now, if I know you really well, I might push you a little bit, but I'm not gonna. Yeah. So with that being said, let's check it out.
Yes, yes. Okay.
That was cool, man.
Nice.
I love that you use your voice so much when you're doing stuff. You have no intimidation about doing that. I'm always intimidated to use my voice. I don't know why, but I love that you just throw stuff in, and I like that you kind of like the percussion was sort of double time to the organ.
Mhm. Yep.
And I didn't expect that. It was like you started off real fast, and I thought, oh, okay, the organ or the pad is going to be fast too. And it's like, no, that's halftime. That was cool.
Right. It was. Yeah. I kind of got, I'm always, even at my job, and I get people not really complaining, but they kind of, Robert, like that. And I'm like, because I'm beating on the desk. I'm recording myself, making all kind of beats, so that when I get home, I'll take that and transfer it to a drum.
Love
And I just hear stuff in my head, and I'm not in my studio, so I got to record what I hear through my mouth. So I just kind of got in the habit of doing that. It bothers people. My wife hated it because I'm always just pounding on the desk or the couch or the stomping my feet or doing something. It's just me.
Yeah, no, and I was learning the drums when I was in high school, and in class I was always using my fingers and whatever. I was constantly getting in trouble. People like, shut up. I didn't even know I was doing it. I'd be tapping my feet and
Yeah.
have a
Yeah.
thing in my head.
See, this is one of the reasons I live alone is I do the same thing all the time, more with like just vocal melodies and stuff. And so, yeah, if anybody else said, well, my cat's got to put up with it, but whatever, but yeah, I'm constantly making all kinds of noise. I can't imagine trying to live with me.
That's amazing. That's cool, man. What was your thought process on that?
I did have more than one. I couldn't find, I started with Quanta, a granular type synthesizer, because I've been trying to get into that more, and I couldn't get it to do what I wanted to do. So I said, I'm just gonna play a little bit of it. That was it, kind of like in the beginning of it, and I couldn't manipulate the sound to do what I wanted, to put some movement in it and do whatever. I got to get more into that program to learn how it does, and it stumped me, and I'm like, okay, that idea's out. Then I'm like, okay, can't do that. That idea's out. Let's just go to a keyboard, and I just settled with that.
What do you mean? What stumped you? I'm confused.
Quanta, getting it to do what I wanted to do with the granulars. I wanted to get some movement in it by I took the sample that you gave, not the percussion, but the other one, and I was going to granulize that, but get some other stuff out of it to make my pad, make another pad. And then I took another sample that I had off of YouTube, and I was just going to take slithers of that and make a percussion with it, but I couldn't get it to do what I wanted to do. It's just taking too long.
Is Quanta a software, a tool?
Yeah, it's a VSTI, a granular synth.
Oh, okay. That's where.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, is that something you can work on this week to figure out?
Oh yeah. I started this past Monday.
Okay.
And they updated it, so I don't know if I need to get they got a second edition of it, but I've been watching videos, but I guess because I'm on the hook and I'm pressed for time, I couldn't think right to get what I wanted to do.
No
And
problem.
I think it's by XO, I think it is.
Quanta granular synth.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll check it out. I don't know anything
It's
about
nice. It's really nice.
it. Okay, awesome. I will definitely check that out. Well, cool. Now you've got something to work on.
Yep.
Cool. Well done. Do you have anything, Greg?
No, it's kind of the same comments you had. I really like the vocal stuff in there. The vocal rhythm was cool.
Yeah, that was nice. Awesome, man. Well done.
Thank you.
All right, Greg.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. That
Thanks.
cool. So what is that main sort of horn synth that's
It's actually it's just a preset using Bitwig synthesizer. They call it bandpass lead. And then it's got decapitator and echo boy on it.
I was gonna say
So you got decapitator to give it that edge and gives it a little more of a horn sound because it emphasizes the high end and the attack.
reminds
Gotcha.
me of the old Vangelis
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. Cool.
That's very nice. I really like that sound.
It
And I
just
like
reminded
that
me, I got to mark it as one of my favorites here so I can find it again when I want it.
Yeah, I like that you use it sounds like you're chopping up the pad and using the kind of vocal part of that pad.
It's not, I chopped up a little bit of it for that first little intro section. Then after that, it's there's a high pass and low pass filter on it. So yeah, I'm cutting out most of the low end of it and put a different bass line on instead. And then there are two copies of it. So there's the main one that has just like a little bit of warble on it, thanks to RC20. And then a copy of it that has phase misters on it to give it a really significantly different sound. So in that first section where they kind of overlap a little bit, and then yeah, I don't know, not describing it very well, but yeah, it's two copies of it.
Wow.
Cool.
Okay. That was cool. I like that there's a build there.
Mhm.
A choir sound. Yeah, it'd be so fun to watch you guys. I wish I could just tune in and watch you guys work and see what you're doing, because there's like, how did he get that? Where did he go with that? What was he thinking there? And I could learn so much from y'all.
That would be cool to do.
That would be fun. Yeah. All right, cool. Anything else on that?
I got one comment, but I'm gonna wait till after yours because I think it's gonna be dealing with both of you guys.
Okay. All right. Probably. All right. Check mine out here.
Yeah, that was good. That
Wow.
was really good. That was really good.
Thanks, guys.
I love all the different stuff you did with the pad part.
Mm-hmm.
With the pad,
Yeah,
I didn't really change anything about it.
really?
Sound like it.
It sounded like you had a bunch of different, what were all the other little vocal sample sounding stuff in there? It sounded like bits that you chopped up from the pad part.
No, I mean, there was a little vocal thing I did that was like, I got from Exhale.
Okay.
I put a bass line in it.
Mhm.
I added that, which is just C, D, E, throughout
Yeah,
the,
Right.
that's what I found too. Yep.
Exactly. Yep.
Yep.
CD then A. Yeah.
and then I put a different drum set with it. Obviously, there's a drum groove going on. I just grabbed the first MIDI drum set and just threw a beat in, created a groove. What else did I do?
There's a little piano part in there.
Oh yeah. There's a
Yep.
piano.
I saw
Yeah.
the
I used postcard piano on that. I probably would want to wash it a little more with reverb on it. It was a little too forward. I'm not sure the little Exhale vocal thing really fit, but I just threw it in there. But I like this percussion breakdown because I actually start mixing in distressor into the percussion.
Yeah.
I thought you'd be proud of me on that one, Greg.
Yep.
Bonus points.
I use as more of as an effect or a transitional effect instead of over the whole thing. That's about it. I don't know what else to say on this. I spent more time just trying to create that groove to kind of go with the synth loop, but no, I didn't do anything to the synth loop, the pad, not a single thing. It's just in there.
Okay.
Wow.
I added some little cymbal swells and stuff to kind of get
Blended well.
transitions. And that bass line and then the piano. Yeah, that's about it. That's all I could come up with. But it's fun. That was fun one. It felt like I didn't have any genre to actually have to chase. It was like just open-ended and see kind of where it goes, like let it find itself. And that's
Gotcha.
kind of,
Did you both use Ozone?
Yes.
Yeah.
You did? Okay. You're both of I knew it was gonna happen because I've been noticing that for some weeks. Your sounds are a lot louder than mine. And I've been trying to figure out why is that?
Yours sounded pretty loud.
It's not compared to yours. It just seems like it's a little bit less.
Yeah, a little less. But yeah. Did you use Ozone?
Yes.
And did you do the AI mastering or did you do it manually? Okay.
I did, yeah.
And are you using Ozone 10?
No, I'm 9.
Okay.
Ozone
Okay.
9.
So in 9, you have to choose the genre that you want it to match, if I'm remembering right, or does it even have that where you get to, or no, I'm thinking of, so in 10, they've combined, I'm forgetting the name of it. There's a separate, was a separate isotope plugin that gives you
tonal balance.
Tonal balance. There you go. They've integrated that in Ozone 10.
Okay.
And so whereas before in tonal balance, you could choose a genre and see how that curve compared to your mix. In Ozone 10, they've integrated that where you do the AI mastering and then it does a different set of settings for each of the genres, and you can click through and see what it sounds like with each of them. It's amazing.
Wow.
And so it may be that the preset I'm choosing there makes mine come out louder. Zion, are you doing yours all manually or with the AI or combination?
I just use the AI. I don't even switch genres. I just use the AI and that's it. Sometimes I actually turn down the limiter. Sometimes that's too limited. It's like too.
And that's exactly what I was going to say is depending on what genre it thinks you want to do, it'll sometimes squash the hell out of it with that.
And it actually made it a little too bright. I grabbed the EQ and I pulled it down a little bit on the top end because it was really for some reason it was wanting to make it really bright. And I was like, whoa.
That's one thing. I've never modified what it has done. Maybe I should start thinking about doing that.
Yeah, play with it. Yeah, you can't break it, just go crazy with it. See what happens when you crank this that way and then crank it that way. That's the best way to learn.
Okay.
Yeah, but no, I wouldn't worry for on the hook. I wouldn't worry too much about being real loud. We can always turn up the volume. You only really need to worry about that if you're going to be putting out songs or just your personal taste. But I have no issue with your volume on this at all.
Okay. I just don't, I want to get into a habit where I'm putting out at a good level that's comparable to everybody else. I don't want to get to where it's comfortable and good for me, but then somebody has to tell me, your stuff is a little too low. Can you raise it a little bit?
Well, so if you're releasing for streaming, dynamic range matters a lot more than loudness because they're going to normalize everything anyway.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
So yeah, it's having a well-balanced mix matters a lot more.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. That's good to know. Okay.
And in fact, if you overcompress, then it's going to sound worse on streaming. So.
I wouldn't know. I haven't had anything on
I actually
picked up yet.
Well, you can put stuff out anytime you want. If you come up with an EP or whatever, you can submit it through DistroKid or CD Baby or something like that, and it's going to go through that same process where they're going to normalize it for Spotify, for Apple Music, for each platform. They have to normalize it.
That's a goal, but I really, really want to do that, but I'm kind of leery because I'm thinking I'm gonna put it out and then I'm like, oh, I should have did this. I need to redo this or redo that. And I'm like, let it go.
So I found that's, and I don't release a lot of stuff, and I'm kind of a perfectionist about it. I work slow, but I found that's actually like releasing something is a good way to let go of it once it's out there, because then once it's out there, to change anything about it, there's all these extra hoops you'd have to jump through. And so every time I start thinking, boy, I wish I would have, like, well, yeah, I still could. I could pull it and release a new version and, new ISRC and all of this stuff. I'm like, man, no, I'm just moving on to something else.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's a joy killer.
I need to do that. I really need to.
Yeah, I would really love to talk to you guys about doing like an instrumental type thing, like either massage album, like an album for massage or relaxation, or just like work techno kind of thing, something that's all instrumental, that's just grooves. And
yes,
I would
absolutely,
love to put something like that
Got
out.
me in.
Okay,
Cyan, put that together, please.
all right, let me put my head down on that, because I think that would be really fun. And then we just see, we just put it out there, submit it to some blogs and playlist curators. And, that kind of stuff gets into work background music playlists, and it can stream a ton. That's
wow.
Yeah, that's
would be
the kind of
pretty cool.
stuff. If
That
you
would be really cool.
So, yeah, you guys start. Do you have Spotify or Apple Music? Do y'all use that? Okay.
Yeah.
I mostly use Pandora, but I do have Spotify.
Any of them. But if you look for playlists that are work, like no lyric, I always type in no lyrics background or playlist, like I like house music or chill hop or lo-fi or new age or background, or
I like that stuff.
Saying stuff that has no lyrics, that's supposed to be running in the background while you're working, or in a restaurant, a trendy restaurant or something that's not calling attention to itself. It's just really cool vibes and beats. That's the kind of stuff that if you'll start researching that and finding a genre that you think you'd like, then let me know one that you think, what, I think I could make that kind of stuff.
Okay.
We could do a little project if you guys want to.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. We need to share emails.
Yeah. I'll put my email right here. It's just my name, ZionBrock@gmail. I think I have y'all's email, but go ahead and put it in there.
I think you have my Gmail one. This is the one that I'm kind of trying to move music related stuff to.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
Cool. Yay.
All right.
Awesome.
We have a plan. We have something to do. Well, guys, next week is all about integrating the didgeridoo into Christmas music. So
Wow.
be thinking about that. Okay. We've already got that one planned.
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
Lord.
yes.
Okay.
All right. I'll talk to you guys next week. Thanks for
All
All right, sir.